Rhyme and Reason Radio, Beat Locker. JP, what's going on, sir?
Oh man, I'm ready for this show, you know, doing heavy promo, just acting real bougie. That's what I do, man.
So talk about bougie. Like, I mean, we all have our definition.
Look, bougie to me,
Yeah,
my
to
brand,
you.
this it's being expensive for the sake of being expensive. Like, for instance, you could go to Walmart and buy a belt that's gonna hold your pants up, just like this $650 Fendi belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's bougie.
Yeah.
You know, the finer things, that's bougie.
Yeah, everybody aspires for the finer things.
And that's the inspiration, you know.
Okay. All right. So, let me see who you working with on this one here.
On
Let
that
the roll down.
On Bouji, I got my big bro G-Mo. I got Gorilla Zoe.
Yeah.
I got Jackie Chain out of
Jackie Chain,
Alabama.
Yeah.
On the Presidential Touch, I have I got a joint with Lil Flip, Riff Raff.
Yeah.
You know, that's the Jenny Craig single.
Right.
We was pushing, and a couple more, but man, great music, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you got to work with Lifted too?
Lifted, man. I got a couple beats on there from Lifted. He got a hook on there.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of Lifted, I can't lie, man. That's my big bro.
Yeah, definitely. That's and you got Rockadala on there too, right?
Oh man, Arizona legend.
The legend.
Yeah.
The Yoda.
Yeah. Mr. I Rod.
Yeah. So what's next? You got Bouji out now. What's on the horizon for you? What's the next move for you?
Right after Bouji, we got 2 Chainz May 29th.
Okay.
And due to I missed out a lot this year, man, because I had a minor setback, you know, dealing with some legal issues where I can't leave the state right now. But, you know, once that's out the way, I got a couple more months of that. And then it's, you know, South by Southwest, South Beach Memorial Weekend. You know, we do it all because it's important to get outside of Arizona.
You have to.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I'm doing as much as I can here.
Right.
While I have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to make the best of what you got, and
absolutely.
You know, and getting on these shows is definitely a great look.
Yeah.
So, album in the works?
Oh yeah, Bouji 2.
Bouji 2.
I'm so confident in that brand. Like they're gonna, man. There might be a 3 and a 4. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, there's nothing wrong. I'm a fan of continuing on the brand if you don't lose the integrity of it.
I feel it's like it's original. It's me. You know what I mean? And I hope they don't take it as bougie, like stuck up, because that's not me at all. I'm humble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But who don't love the finer things? And that's what everyone's doing it for.
Right.
Let's just keep it real.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I gotta be me. And it's not no character, it's me. You know what I mean? JP, my name's Julian Petty. That's my government.
Yeah.
Stands for JP, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
I think, like I said, I'm not opposed to. I mean, Wayne got 4 or 5 Carters off. I mean, so I think that if you're going to continue the brand of naming your albums the same and just adding another number on, that they better integrity wise.
or maybe like a subtitle.
Yeah.
Bouji 2 subtitle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's cool to do that. Yeah, as long as the music is maintaining the standard.
Yeah.
You know, because the first one is out the gate, people are getting familiar with it. All right, it's Bouji, all right. You did private jets and girls and you know Louis Vuitton belts and that's cool because a lot of people aspire to do that. But I think if you know integrally, you keep the brand the same and everybody knows to expect, you can do 7 or 8 or 10.
And that's what we're gonna do. And one thing about Bouji, it has mass appeal. Like I gotta have a joint for the ladies. I gotta have a joint for the streets.
Yeah.
I gotta have, you know, some poppy Scottsdale, Las Vegas type feel, you know. And I ain't scared to do that, but I be me on every song.
Right.
But we just gonna switch the tempo up here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to grow. You can't rhyme about the same thing for 17 records.
Or narrow your audience. You know that at the end of the day, that's narrowing your income. You know. So keep it wide open.
Yeah, absolutely. Words of advice. I mean, you've been doing this for a little while, so, you know, impart some of the knowledge that you've learned so far on these folks.
Words of advice. First, I mentioned don't have 40, 30 homies on stage. That's 1.
Yeah.
2, people will be quick to pay a local promoter to invest maybe $200 in a local show, right? But they don't realize how important it is to do the marketing and social media campaigns. Because in this entertainment business, if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. So you need to invest more money in staying in people's faces with these Facebook ads and these YouTube campaigns. Oh, well, here's another thing. Get this. So back in the day, you know, they used to put out the single and the album, and they would make the music video to promote the single they're trying to sell.
Right.
Now cats want to shoot a video, put it out, and you can't even buy the song yet. You know what I mean? Like, to me, like, we got it all mixed up. And don't get me wrong, I've made the same mistakes. It took me time to learn this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I got an understanding of it. And I think they better get ready for me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I'm coming.
Good, and that's good. Yeah, I think, you know, I teach music business, so I see a lot of, you know, the kids, they think they have it together and they don't understand a lot of the things.
They're doing steps C and D before A and B.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving parts. That's why in music business is longer than the word music.
Yeah. But you know what? Like I said, though, that's just words of advice from learning over the years.
Yeah.
Just because you're doing that don't mean you're wrong. Just figure it out. That's all. You know.
What do you think about the state of the scene now?
The scene out
here. Yeah.
I think it's growing.
Yeah.
One, I think we're getting a lot more support from the local fan base. You know. I wish we would figure out our own culture and our own, you know, brand instead of, you know, 2006 we was copying Texas and now we copying Atlanta. No disrespect, there's people, not everyone, but for the most part, like, dude, figure out you and be original so you could sell. Because you're something new, you know what I mean?
I think that's a valid point. I think that's been, since I've lived out here, kind of, you know, there's every other city has an identity or sound or movement attached to it, and there hasn't necessarily been that because we're such a melting pot. But I think it is definitely, since I've been here, grown leaps and bounds.
Wow.
Grown leaps and bounds. There's a lot more people working. There's a lot more artists working. There's a lot more artists recording.
Yeah, if you're not on your game, then you need to step it up because there's so much competition just out here alone.
Yeah, absolutely. And you feel that? And you feel that?
Oh yeah. I mean,
pay attention to that? Yeah.
Everything's got to be A1 because the next man, he going for the same thing. So if you ain't topping him, then you're wasting your money, really, and time.
Right. And I think that's a good thing. I think that for me, like just being out here and being able to play the music over the years and seeing, there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of the younger cats like you that are they're out there, they're getting it. They understand that this is a grind, this is a marathon, this is not a sprint. Yeah. And that I get my ducks in a row and we'll be good to go. Yeah. And follow the movement. I think there's a lot of good movements happening. And 10 years ago, there was some, but there now that I think there's a lot more movements happening in Arizona.
And they don't understand that if we could, whoever's we feel this like at the top holding it down for Arizona, if we would all not hate and rally behind that one artist, do you know how many doors would open for Arizona? Yeah. Like, we gotta rally. Who's ever in first place, man, whoever's doing the most biggest fan following, let's rally behind him. And let's make him pop so that Arizona's on the map now.